It's the Jobbers Tears podcast.
Here's what I found.
Here's what I found. Nearby smoke shops.
Definitely did.
Anyway, those that are watching on the live feed, thank you so much for joining us on this special edition of the Jobbers Tears podcast. I guess we're gonna start shortly.
Start now?
Well, you gotta count me off.
I got one. Oh no!
Wait, that was your
No!
I thought he was like constipated.
that was your brilliant.
No!
Wow. You said let go?
No.
He said negro.
Yeah.
That's black.
Yeah. In Spanish. Yeah.
Too bad.
I was trying to make me be like negro, like I was trying to be funny.
Oh, the key word was try.
Yeah.
Baby love, thank you so much for trying. But you can count me off regularly and then I can start the show.
1, 2.
What's a cute book? Hey.
Thank you.
That's not yours.
Oh, thank you, Steven Universe. Shout out to the Steven Universe Deadass family, by the way.
I was like,
Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to the Deadass family,
Tim
yo.
Conway just died. You know where he's from? He was on SpongeBob.
I fucking love
We're talking about Steven
He was
Universe.
Barnacle Boy.
Yo, really? But side note, Forever 21
Shout out to
has
HPC villain.
a SpongeBob sweater in Forever 21 right now and I almost bought it. I was like, oh. But I'm preparing for my trip, so anything winter wise, I can't do it right now. All right, count me off again. I'm sorry.
All right.
Oh, yikes.
What?
I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got distracted. 1, 2, 3, go.
Jobber Nation, welcome to
Press
our
record.
5th episode of the Jobber Tears podcast. As well, always, I am Janelle from HR here with Mr. Black, and I'm actually gonna let Mr. Black introduce our lovely special guest this week. Take it away.
Kind of rusty, you know.
Well, you
can I
gotta
introduce
figure it the fuck out.
Introduce yourself.
No, you
Justin.
introduced the guest.
I haven't done it in a while,
That's
dog.
why you
I haven't
gotta
done
do
it since season 2,
Did you not?
episode 24.
Listen, viewers, I had a nice little conversation with Mr. Black today. And one thing he said is we used to do things all the time. And we haven't done them in so long.
Keep that same energy, motherfucker.
Thank you,
Wow.
Leo.
Oh,
in the
you know
background.
what? This is fresh. I haven't done it in a while. So
It's alright. If you mess it up, I'll correct you.
No. But it doesn't matter because he talks about stuff he used to do in the past.
I can make it to a rap right now.
Actually, you cannot, so don't do that. All right, Mr. Black, as I said, introduce our lovely special guest to those that are
come on, you
watching
put me on the spot.
on YouTube Land and live on Instagram. Go!
I can't. You put me on the
You're letting me go
spot.
right now. You really did let me down right
See?
now.
I'm sorry.
Let me
Just
down,
take a
yo.
deep breath and do it.
You just messed up.
I'm sorry. I haven't done it in a minute. I haven't done it in a while, y'all. Like,
I'm like a virgin right now.
Oh, wow.
far from
Okay.
that.
It's okay. Just take
It's
your time.
factual,
alright? I'll be gentle with you.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I can't. Like,
Yeah, dim the lights.
You can't,
Make him a little
you
more.
can't let the guest introduce herself.
I haven't done the intros in a while.
But
dude.
that's the point.
It's just like we haven't for Blacktron a minute, man.
Well, then,
Yo, phone Blacktron, get hard. Come on.
pause.
Blacktron. Come on.
Pause.
What are you doing?
This is not the fucking shield. What the fuck is you doing?
Someone.
Like, what in the fuck?
Oh gosh.
Whoa.
Okay, I could introduce myself. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm gonna give her 15 seconds of our Jobber Tears fame because you know we only got a little
Somebody
bit.
named 6 LL said Jizzy would love y'all.
Hey, I love you too. I'll
Backyard Commando say you suck, y'all. You suck,
Oh,
Will.
wow.
I don't know who's Will is. My son, Mont Easy.
I know.
Mont
Will.
Easy, the one who's the official Jobber Tears.
I know, I'm
theme
gonna
song.
talk about it. I got a few. Since I was sadly not here last week,
Somebody just said, Janelle, I missed you. The other girl was boring at the tune out.
Oh.
That's my son,
Yikes.
Ralph Reigns.
okay, well I'm gonna address all of that once our special guest introduces herself. So
Yikes.
by any, I know. I was
So
like,
you better like, what's that word called?
I'm mad we actually giving you the floor.
Okay, anyways, everyone, if you don't know who I am, I'm about to let you know. My name is Giselle, aka Jizzy, aka Jizzy.
Jizzy with the-
G said, I'm sorry, what?
Yo, come on, B.
What?
Cause I stay fly, till I die, AKA one half of the Deadass Girls podcast, and thanks for having me, guys.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
I wish we had a soundboard so we could like, yay, so all the
I'll bring that back next week. You know,
Oh, I'm about to say
everything.
we're gonna have a nice little.
Oh wait, I have a Deadass soundboard. Can I use it? I've never used it before, so.
You say you never used it. But we do thank our special guest, Grizzy from the Deadass Girls podcast. So if you can follow them on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of that.
All of
please.
that.
YouTube land,
Facts.
support. It is a
We got
amazing.
Mr. Black on the show, B.
Yo, we
Yeah.
about to have listen, we got a lot of things going on.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I was like, I need that. Well, as once again I did mention, I unfortunately was not here last week. I am much better. So thank you everyone that hit me up, that called, text me, asking me how I was. Thank you so much. I am okay. I am here live.
Yo, how you
in color.
doing, man? Yo, you
Can
feel
you
stupid.
not? I'm talking. So what the fuck?
Yo, man, y'all feel stupid using that.
Well then don't. Oh, it just okay.
What is that?
It's a little speaker so you can
Okay.
connect.
Oh, for
They Bluetooth it. It's called hang up.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
Why the fuck
gotcha.
is your speaker called hang up?
Because it ain't choice. Hang up.
Is this on?
Now that was funny.
Leo.
Yes,
Is that
this is on.
Yeah, been on it.
That was funny. So kudos.
Why
to you.
tell
So
us something good?
as I mentioned, I was not here last week, but I do want to thank Danielle from Pretty Heels
Shout
for
out to
taking
her.
my place last week. It was very, very last minute. I promise you guys, I wanted to be here, but the boys and everyone told me to sit my little ass down at home. So that's what I did. But I'm back this week. So thank you, Danielle, once again. My love, you're always welcome to, take my place. If you feel like it some days, it's okay to just take a nice little breather. Like, I don't have to worry about them this week, but this week I am back. Thank you to those that are watching on the live feed and that have
Shout out to my big time
subscribed
Yaya.
Shout out to Yaya. I will get to you in a minute because I'm actually very upset with everyone down there. That I will explain why in 2 seconds. But
Yes,
thanks to everyone that's watching on the live feed and that has subscribed to our YouTube page. As we did mention a few weeks ago, we are at 500 subscribers. We never thought we would get to that place. So we do thank every single person that has subscribed. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Now I can actually, before I get into Yaya, this Sunday is not only our viewing party for Money in the Bank at Legends, so please come out and support if you're not going to Connecticut and you are in the tri-state area, you want to watch some wrestling with some good old wrestling fans, and you're not watching Game of Thrones, so that's not my show. I don't know nothing about it. I don't really care.
either.
So,
Thank you.
once again,
Thank you.
you can come join us at Legends Bar at 6 o'clock. Pre-show, I do believe, is at 6 o'clock, and then the main show is at 7 o'clock. So make sure you are there. But before Money in the Bank, I myself will be trucking it down to Long Island on Sunday afternoon, and I will be doing Behind the Barricades podcast Sunday at 2 o'clock live on Sports on the
Sup,
Go
baddie?
1.
7-Eleven?
Yeah, it's across the street.
Yeah, I want to start.
So I will be there. They actually do a really, really great live on Facebook Live, and you can also call in. So we will be posting all of that information. I want to make this the most viewed and called in episode they've ever seen. So please make sure to call in and watch on Sunday at 2 o'clock.
I'll be watching at work.
We're going to be doing, they're going to be doing their Money in the Bank predictions, and I'm actually going to be joining the team there in Ronkonkoma, Long Island. So I'm trucking in an hour and a half for my guys in Long Island. But they deserve it. I've been wanting to do this for a while. So shout outs to Behind the Barricade. And then before we do start, so my issue with Yaya, which I hope he is watching.
He is.
So 2 weeks ago, because Mother's Day was this past weekend.
Yeah.
So about a week and a half ago, I come across one of their shows in Carolina. And I said, so they did a show where they did war games. And I said, why nobody mentioned it to us? Like, we would have went. Like, so I'm like, shit, I can't get to Charlotte back and forth before Mother's Day. It just did not logistically work out. And then I got sick, so it definitely didn't work out. But then on top of that, I'm actually, as much as I'm mad at him and Montana Black and all of them down there, I do want to acknowledge that this weekend, Yaya has a really, really big match down in Charlotte, North Carolina. He is going for a title. So I am super, super duper proud of him. On behalf of the Job of Tears podcast, we support you as always, even though we can be mad at each other sometimes, but it's more or less because we want to support.
You know we love big time Yaya.
And we love you guys down here.
Boys.
So we look forward to seeing you guys soon back in New York, a lot sooner than you think. And before we do jump in,
Savannah was the only girl in that war game.
correct.
like
So shout out to
but
Savannah
black.
Evans and the little stable they got. Like I feel like we need to send all of them Job of Tears shirts. I mean, half of them already got some. So we can't send the other half.
Yo, y'all got a Job of
Yaya
Tears
said,
t-shirt and
Yaya
2X.
said that blame Montana.
No, I'm blaming both of y'all because, and you know why. But last but not least, I do want to send a special shout out. If you have not already heard, we've been in the works of, months ago. I said to Wilkins, Sir Wilkins, I said, listen, we need a theme song. Like, we get into this point, like, where we need a song. We need something instead of Leo's ass, sound like he's 12 years old. At the start of the
Job of Tears podcast.
At the beginning of the damn
What are
podcast.
you talking about?
Yeah, you don't know, but I know.
That is not me.
Okay.
I got my son to do it for
Or
me.
y'all can hit up,
Your 2-year-old that
y'all can hit up
doesn't know his ABCs. Yeah,
Premium
definitely
Beats.
said Job of Tears.
That's where we got
podcast.
our theme song from. Drum, 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 drum.
You paid for it? It's free on Premium Beats? I just go on YouTube. I type in Drake type beats.
Oh, wow.
But if you have not already heard,
Is that my son? Is my son
we
Ronaldo
do
on the
have-
feed?
what
Shout out
else?
to you, Ronaldo. It's been a while, B.
So once
You know?
again, on SoundCloud and on iTunes, right? Where's the song?
What's the website called?
It's on everything.
On everything. So shout
What's the website called?
Hey,
Oh, wow.
What's it called?
who's talking?
Hold on. I don't want to interrupt the lovely lady. I know my hands.
I'm trying to tell about our song. I'm trying to give the props
The first
to the
lady of Job of
person
Tears.
that
It's the first
fucking
lady
made
right
the
here.
song for us.
This is the first lady right here.
And he didn't have to.
I know.
And he made the song for us.
I'm sorry for
So I want to shout out one half of Swerve City Podcast, Monteezy.
Ooh, that's a nice name. Swerve
One
City?
third, because sometimes Ariel Monroe does their podcast. But I do want to personally thank Monteezy for working tirelessly and effortlessly to give us an amazing theme song that we've gotten so many good feedback on it. It's definitely, I think it's a great representation of us. So we definitely want to thank you. So once again, you can listen on all of our listening platforms for the song. And if you haven't heard it, you can always hit me up and I'll send you the link for it. Fuck is you talking about?
Yo, y'all talking about me over there?
No.
Your
Yes,
co-host
you can't
logged
even
on.
lie.
Your co-host logged on.
You can't even lie. It's terrible.
Oh, hey, girl. Hey, bitch. Look how cute I look. Look at my top knot. Yes,
What's
girl.
up, Queen? How you doing today?
I hope she responds to you.
She'd be like, log off.
She probably would do that, yo.
Genie bang bang log off.
Yo, she be doing me dirty. I'm like, yo, you both dark skinned. She be doing me mad dirty, son.
Nah, she does that to everybody,
You could be at a 10, and some people aren't
Yo,
at a 10.
Oh, wow.
I'm never gonna turn down.
Yo, how I
Sometimes
hook
you
this shit
should.
up?
It says hang up.
I don't see it.
Shout out to my son, Joe the Third.
Is it
Shout out to my son,
gear?
D.
She has
Progression.
like a soundboard.
Yeah,
It says hang up. It's hang up.
I just got it. So it got Cardi B songs on.
Oh, I'm off of the Cardi. Y'all know me. I'm off of the Carti.
Can you start?
Yes.
Where are you gonna be? Oh, here it is. Are you gonna be in this?
No. We
First of all, can I say something?
Absolutely.
Yo, Sir Walker's got them yeeks. All right, he's double caked up on a Wednesday evening.
Nigga, shut up.
She made us all stop just so she could say.
And I'm just chopped liver. You know?
I'm just saying that, you know.
I mean,
How about you look?
mad weed, so
You don't see this.
count your blessings.
Without crack.
All right, Janelle, let's go ahead
You
and
said
start.
chin here? Like that was supposed to be
That's
that was supposed
Boy,
to be impressive?
listen.
big. That's face here. That's that neck here.
I'm pretty sure this right here is a neck. Pause. And I'm pretty sure there's hair on that. Pause.
That's you got face here, neck here. So you know, Leo, I have no neck. You know what? I'm like this, like a turtle.
He's fucking Benzino in this bitch.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry. I never looked at your neck like that. I'm sorry.
Wow. But all right, let's open up our opening segment to Behind Gorilla's Position, and we are going to talk about the talk of the town. And those that are watching on the live feed, we're going to throw this question to you as well. We're opening up the floodgates. AEW on TNT this fall. It is happening. It is real. It is not for play. It is a real life thing going on. And I don't know about y'all, but I am excited. So Tony Khan, president and CEO of AEW, said wrestling fans, and I quote, wrestling fans have wanted and needed something different, authentic, and better for far too long. AEW is answering the call. So we don't know dates, times, all that stuff, but it is happening. The rollout, it is upon us this fall. So as everyone of you know, we've been gearing up for SmackDown Live to be live on Fox come October. AEW is trickling right behind it, saying I'm going to be on TNT like the good old days of WCW. Good old WCW days. And then also too, AEW is doing exclusive streaming with I think it's Bleacher Report Live.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report Live in the US, and then the content will be weekly on Bleacher Report Live and on the TNT network.
Yep.
So once again, viewer question of the week, and to my left and my right. Is this the step in the right direction for AEW, or is it too much too soon?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't even know TNT was still a channel.
What? All the good shows on there. Girl, Claws is on there.
I forgot Claws was on there, but TNT on the channel guide is right after USA Network.
Mm-hmm.
How petty is that?
I guess it depends on the provider, because I have Sling. So. But
it's on the same block. It's on the same block.
TNT actually would come first, and the USA is like a few channels down.
Because on Hulu, that shit is like right back to back. I'm like,
you got
petty
Hulu TV?
things. Yep.
How
is
it worth it?
Yeah.
Shit is lit. It's $45 a month.
That's it.
Live TV.
But like, how many channels though?
But then I got the Sling password, so I'm good.
No, but on Sling I only pay $29, and I only got Sling for USA.
I got 56 channels.
I felt like I got like.
But the thing is, it has all of the sports because my man watches all sports, so it.
You got DVR, right?
I have ESPN
and you got
on my phone,
you got Hulu regular to watch the package deal, baby.
Because I was paying $180 for cable. Like we had the triple play, and I'm like, who the fuck uses the home phone? So I disconnected it.
Your abuela.
Fuck abuela. She could get the little jitterbug phone.
She could get the Obama phone.
She could get
Obama phone. It's called a government phone.
Whoa.
No, it's called the
Obama phone.
She could get her little jitterbug. She could buy her little $2 calling card to call San Domingo, right?
But once again, question to you. And that calling card can go far away, because you always see ladies in bodega go there quickly, call, and then they go back, call.
Hell yeah.
It is a race.
Listen, the power of the internet. You could type in free international calls, go on voicepd.com.
No, not even. Facebook Messenger.
I mean, you have what's it, WhatsApp app or whatever it is.
Yeah.
WhatsApp?
Yeah.
But that WhatsApp bandwidth is not as strong as Facebook, because Facebook got the real bandwidth. So that's why the video quality is a lot better on
bandwidth,
that.
son.
It's about the bandwidth. WhatsApp is cool though, but
You know what's crazy? I feel like I get better service with WhatsApp than Facebook Messenger.
Facebook Messenger is like when my homegirls went to Africa for a little bit, it was super clear on there.
Well, depend. I guess once again, where she is. This is gonna be one hell of a ride tonight. So once again, question to you: Is it the right step?
Is it a right step?
Or is it too much too soon?
No, I think it's good for them. I'm just curious to see how they take it, because I'm still a little skeptic on the whole thing, because now you have all these people who are in charge. Like you have Cody, his wife, the Young Bucks. Like, I don't want it to turn where it turns into nepotism, and I don't want it to turn into what happened to WCW. Like, I'm afraid that their egos are gonna get in the way. Like, oh well, guess what? Cody's gonna be in 5 matches, and the Young Bucks in there, and it's like, wait, what about the other people? So I'm happy for them. They got the TV deal, so all those jokes about T-shirt company can stop.
That's somebody to my,
Keep that same energy. Ain't gonna front.
Said.
All right, so I mean, I'm just hoping that it goes well, it goes to fruition, and I don't want them to fall into the trap where they're so busy worrying about the consumer and worrying about the network that the quality suffers. Because right now, everyone wants to watch AEW for the quality. Everyone's like, oh, WWE's so bad, AEW's gonna save us. What if AEW comes out and this shit turns out just as worse as WWE, or it turns into TNA?
Well, TNT told them that they only need 400,000 views.
But regardless, I mean,
Yeah, they could say that now, but who's to say that they're not gonna change that down the line?
but I mean, I think in the immediate, see, that's the thing that kind of not bothers me as a wrestling fan, but the thing that like grinds my gear is that, you know, I'm always gonna love WWE regardless. So that'll always be regular, smegular shit. So with AEW, I like the potential. I like the direction of listen. Like I want to give wrestling fans another alternative. That's fine. But they're already alternatives now. Like I cannot stress MLW's upcoming, like for real, because it's like one of my faves now. Like when I don't feel like watching the network, I turn on my Fight app and I watch MLW shit. And now that they even signed Austin Aries, I'm like, yo, like they are really up and coming to a point where it's like now you gotta recognize. So mind you, they're mostly doing shows in Chicago and in New York, and sometimes in Philly, which makes sense because those are our big markets. But like I feel like as fans, we need to do our due diligence to watch other things besides WWE or besides complain. Like
you know what's
the
happening now is like a lot of people are coming out saying, "Oh, I'm not paying $60 for that pay-per-view, this and that." Let me tell you right now.
You can come to Legends if you don't want to.
Exactly. You can come to Legends or you can hit me up in the DMs. I got that secret link.
There you go. But all right, Mr. Black. I'm gonna briefly throw it to you because I know this you're still waiting and seeing how things formulate with AEW. But do you think this is in the right direction for AEW to go on TNT, or do you think it's too much too soon?
There's nothing too much too soon. There's nothing. Now, the thing is, what's gonna keep people tuning in every week? Because outside of Chris Jericho, and you might hear an old school JR, you know, calling how wrestling should be called. But outside of that, what else do you have? What is your marquee person you look like? Oh, cool. I could tune in and see this person.
But that's why everyone wants AEW to succeed, because it's completely different. It's breaking from the formula. In WWE, you have the model of, oh, who's gonna be the top guy, the top girl, this and that. AEW is gonna be like, no, it's not about to be top people. It's just gonna be good wrestlers. We're gonna put on good matches with good storylines. Like that's what I think their niche is.
That was the formula when you kind of look at like mid-90s for WCW, where I mean, of course you knew Hogan was the top guy. That before he turned NWO, you already knew Hogan was the top guy. But a lot of, I would say 60% of Nitro, especially that first hour just being cruiserweight shit, that wasn't nothing but, you know, the low card dudes, and you tuned in and you watched it, and it was something to look forward to. Like, no bullshit, growing up, I mean, it came to, you know, it was real life type of shit. But like that whole Kevin Sullivan and Chris Benoit feud that they had for years, that turned into real life shit, like that shit kept me intrigued. And they were top guys. They weren't, you know, like talking to, you know, having championship matches and stuff. They were just having regular matches.
Yeah, so I think it is a step in the right direction for AEW.
I wasn't even done.
I know. We're gonna go back to you.
My fault, son. My fault.
Okay.
But as I was saying,
we're gonna throw back to you. Don't worry.
No, I think I know exactly where you're coming from, but I think that AEW has a niche market where there's people who want to watch specifically that, where they want to get away from WWE and all its antics. So it's gonna succeed. But I can see where you're coming from, where you're going to be like, all right, tune in today and you have, you know, Kenny Omega. And then you tune in the next week, it's like, who's going to be there? So
I'm going to see it this way. Rap music always correlate to when it comes to wrestling. AEW is that underground rapper. AEW, how I view that, is that underground rapper who got that huge buzz on SoundCloud. Everybody knows his name, selling out shows, and he has no major promotion behind him.
Like the baby?
Lil Pump.
No. I have to say somebody that from
you know him. I don't
you know what? Like, you know what?
So are you, nigga.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
Shut up, my nigga, shut up.
Nah, I'm sorry. Please complete your thoughts.
Never mind, go ahead. Go
ahead.
I completely lost my train of thought.
You were talking about underground rappers. and how it correlates with AEW.
And AEW is the
Okay,
underground
so,
rapper that's got the push on SoundCloud.
Dang, I got to the whole point again. So
Take
basically,
that.
I'm gonna say it this way: AEW, I always compare AEW like the SoundCloud rapper, the SoundCloud rapper that who finally got that buzz and finally got his song on major, is everywhere. He's on SoundCloud Live. He's doing all the rounds.
Yeah,
and
I get it.
He doesn't
He's
have
not signed to a label. Right.
So basically, AEW to me is what Chance the Rapper is. You know, that little entry that proved the odds, that beat the odds. Because he didn't sell his album that went on iTunes. It was a mixtape got on iTunes. AEW is basically Chance the Rapper. Yo, this is a company, an indie company that's not supposed to get that network deal. But they did it because they had the right team behind it with the right buzz, the right fan base. Basically, reason why that it goes back to the fact that when you're building a brand, as a brand, you need the core audience. You need the first come. These are the people that are going to bring your fan base for years. I'll always be by your side until the end. After that, there is the people that they put on. Then after that, there's all the late comers. AEW have that crazy fan base. They have that loyal fan base that was there from the SoundCloud days. That was there from your little weird period. That was there when like you was not dropping music, but yeah, was still showing you love on your Instagram page. So now, they was not selling like during that, now, that SoundCloud rapper, the AEW, had that show. It's like, dang, so I can make all this money from this show. So yo, guys, do you think that the Owl still supporting when I go international, go on roads? Of course. Everyone's seeing it. Now the dream is coming true. AEW is Chance the Rapper.
That's an interesting take on it. Well, we will continue to be following what's going on with AEW. But once again, if you're not going to Vegas and you don't want to spend $60 on a show, you can spend that good old $60 at Legends because the boys are going to be doing an AEW viewing party Saturday, May the 25th. So please make sure to look on our Instagram and Facebook at the Job of Tears Podcast for more information. So tell a friend to tell a friend. And we are having the team of True Hills going to be hosting that event. So once again, shout outs to True Hills to once again hosting our AEW viewing party. So we thank you guys very much.
Shout out to Dog Guy Franchise. Yo, hit in my inbox. I gotta talk to you.
That's pause. That's so sus.
Wait,
like,
what?
Hit in my inbox.
That's it. I'm confident in my sexuality.
Like, hit my inbox.
Yo, anybody complimenting this cutie right here? Hey, Job of Tears family.
All right, let's move along to. We already know you.
Talking about me, right?
No, we're not, because you're not even talking on fucking Instagram. So
Self-confidence is always great.
He got a lot of it.
My son
I don't know how.
My son got the high school shirt on. Proud of you, man.
Damn, son.
I just grabbed
My boy got the.
First of all, at least it's a shirt. Like,
My boy got the
Fact. Yo, remember the time that
This
they
nigga's
did the
always
episode
naked
with no
and
shirt
chest
on?
hair and
Just
all
your chest
types of
hair.
shit. I don't need it.
flip flops today, but
It was not that cold.
Next week,
It was
next
not
week. Not that
warm,
I
God.
went barefoot today. I was outside fighting barefoot.
You proud of that?
Nah.
You finding bears?
No.
Wait, you was outside barefoot?
Why were you barefooted?
Because I was putting my children in the car barefoot. I was trying to be rushed.
Yo, my God, this is wow.
At least he put the children in the car safely. That's all that matters.
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna move along. Is Lars Sullivan the racist
Yup.
that we just never knew until now? So, as everyone knows, there's been some rumblings, and even from when he got called up back in November, of some very derogatory and very biggest comments that he had posted on a bodybuilding messaging board, and it's been kind of bubbling up, and now it is at its fucking surface to where even Big E commented on it. And okay, what you're not gonna do is weird out the fucking guest, so stop that shit.
Yeah, I'm a little.
He winking at you?
Yeah,
I know what's going on over there.
This
but-
nigga low key, I've never seen this nigga flirt. So that's
Touching your
weird.
dick or something?
Nah. First of all, after the Halloween episode, and y'all did the episode after,
What episode
Janelle was
after?
like, "Who would you fuck?" And you deadass sneak this me, and you like, "Oh, Gina got the boobs," and you like you kind of.
First of all, he couldn't even remember who was who. To be fair. To be fair, he could not remember who was who. Mind you, you light skinned, she dark skinned. So at that point, it was just like, all right, who do you want? So it was not really a shade.
It wasn't.
just like,
It wasn't.
I thought the Gina one was coming today.
clearly.
The Gino one.
No.
Yo, you still on here, my guy? Yo, next episode we're gonna drag.
Yeah, why would we do that for?
Drag.
Well, that's how it is. But
That's how the Deadass family rolls.
well, that ass.
Deadass. You know who else rolls? Lars Sullivan on these bodybuilding Twitter boards being a racist old fucking.
me
So
go
right
like
now, Lars, aka Dylan Miley, which is like the whitest name ever.
That sounds like the old D school shooter.
But yeah, like he was in Colorado, sir. Scary. But he was fined $100,000 for some comments that he made years ago, and he will have to go through. Now I can go? Okay, great. Now he will also do some community service work and, you know, blase, blase, blase. My question to you both, and we'll start off with Mr. Black. Should all talent actually go through sensitivity training? Like, and then if so, what topics actually should be discussed? Because I feel like this has been kind of like an ongoing kind of trend, like, you know, we can't blame, you know, ignorance on old niggas like Hogan and, you know, Michael P.S. Hayes and all type of shit like that. We can't really, you know, say like, hey, you oldies, go to sensitivity training and figure that shit out. No. But, you know, with, you know, NXT and the training, performance center and things like that, do you think it's something that should be addressed during training and you know, you coming through the WWE? And then if so, what topics should they discuss during these trainings?
To answer that question, I'm going to answer the question second, but first of all, this is stupid for WWE to even find him. Because
Why not?
Because he was not with the company during that time. What he was doing before he got to the company, it's basically this way. You're finding him, but it's like basically saying this way, right? I got in trouble for a whole coupon scheme in Friday back years back, though, right?
Sorry, wait. A coupon scheme?
Coupons?
Yo,
Don't worry about it. Continue.
Nah, we gotta talk about that.
I did a lot of...
Such shit that you was.
My life is dead as a movie. So it's like saying that I got a situation, I got fired for that, and it's like saying that where I'm currently my kayfabe job, you know, basically telling me that, oh, you did this at this job, we're gonna find you. No, that is none of your business what I did that previous job, B. No, that's ridiculous.
When you kind of low key sign on the dotted line, all you know, pun intended. You represent a brand that has been trying to transcend in the minority community and stuff like that. Like, and then I think also too, one of the comments was definitely something about Stephanie McMahon once upon a time.
Oh,
so
of course, but of course, why didn't they find Hogan then for saying those racist comments?
I mean, once again, he wasn't an employee.
Oh, but he was an employee when they found out though. And Lars Sullivan is currently an employee. But when he made those comments on their website, he wasn't an employee.
But the thing is, how can you find a not employee? You
can't find okay, he was during the time when they found out Hogan wasn't an employee.
He was not.
Yes, he was.
Conspiracy theory? I don't even think he really got fined. I think that the WWE is just putting that out there.
I think they put it out there
as
because,
damage control
because it's stupid.
they see that it came back online.
Right. I understand what he said. I'm not defending what he said though. But my thing is this way. This is all about going this stupid cancel culture. Yo, if you see that he left it there in that time frame and you see he never mentioned it again, why is he getting fined for something he did years ago? That's stupid. By a company that he was not represented during that time.
You know what it is? At the end of the day, it is unfortunate to a certain extent. It's like you got to use somebody as a guinea pig. You got to use them as an example. Unfortunately.
Oh, so that's the case. So that's the case. Like someone said during the chat, my son Baby KC, he said this. Why don't you find Triple H then? For what he did, those racist comments during the Booker T angle. Why don't you find? Hold on. I'm about to go in. Why don't you find him for having sex with doing that unnecessary stuff with that mannequin, pretending you having sex with a court? Find him for that. Hold up.
That was a storyline.
But hold up. So everybody want to play little innocent.
But it's not about playing innocent at the end of the day. Those particular things were a part of the storyline. Those particular things were already previously discussed. Now, certain things in a fine line might not have been discussed, but what he did essentially.
But it doesn't.
That opens up the floodgates.
No, I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. You know me. I'm just a black. All I did is black women. But I'm just feeling it's stupid.
I totally know what you mean. It's like, but the thing is, you have to consider it. it happens in any company. It could be WWE, NFL, anywhere. When you do something, when you're a public figure, right?
And you're a representation of the company.
Like, in your contract, I'm pretty sure it says, hey, guess what? This is at-will employment, and we can, whatever the legalese that they put in there, they're going to protect their investment. Their investment is the company. At the end of the day, they're going to do whatever they need to do so that the company looks good. Even if fine or no fine.
So to just interject, somebody said when one of the writers got hired, he was told to erase everything off his Twitter. Anything disrespectful off his Twitter because he has such a huge.
And I have a great example of honestly speaking, no worries.
No, you're good.
I have a great example, personal example of when you do shit years and years ago, it will come and bite you back in your ass depending on what type of job you had. I used to work at a children enrichment center. I used to be the manager there. And one of the teachers, now mind you, he's a phenomenal teacher. He plays the guitar. He's so well with the kids. He babysits kids, all type of shit. He was a comedian.
Oh.
So I guess apparently a parent had found an old skit that he did at a comedy show on YouTube and forwarded to parents in the class he did like a preschool class. The parent forwarded to a few of the moms and said, watch this. And he was talking all type of low-key, racially incorrect or sexist comments and things like that, to the point where it made parents uncomfortable and question things.
While the kids were like this.
That definitely is like a Firefly house type of sound. But so it gets back to the owner of the place. And as much as the owner loved the guy, we all loved the guy, he had to let him go. Because at a certain point, if you are a representation of this is my ownership, this is what I'm dealing with. If you're a representation and this is now looked upon, frowned upon, I can have people withdraw their kids from the school. I can have people other people lose their job because now I don't have enrollment. So unfortunately, he lost his job off of some shit he did years ago that he didn't even think would pop back up and bite him in the ass. And we talking about some little children's school type shit, not board of ed type shit, but it people have to just be understanding and have that mindset of listen, some shit you did years ago can always come and bite you in the ass. So you have to be mindful of the things you do. It's unfortunate, what happened to him.
It's stupid because you're not letting people grow.
It's not about growth.
But you're pigeonholing people for what? It's okay, listen, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm gonna say real talk, whatever. I did my dirt back in the day to females, right? But
female what? Lions, cats?
Oh my gosh.
Bears?
We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this, mama.
I know what you mean, but it's females?
You're sexist. Come on.
No.
We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this.
No, but first of all.
We're not gonna do
this. First of all. Okay. That's one. Two, I know exactly where you're coming from. It sucks, all right? Bottom line, it sucks. It sucks for Lars Sullivan, foot-looking ass. It sucks for everybody else, but you gotta think about WWE. If they let him skate by, he's gonna continue to be dragged online. People of color may stop watching because of that. It's so many factors that hurt the WWE more than what hurts Sullivan in this case with the $100,000 fine.
He's lucky he still got his job.
But it's the principle behind it. It always go back what we always go to,
But a company has its own principles. Morality and principles are different to a corporate entity versus a person.
Especially corporate America. It's a very.
Y'all be all up in Tripp's face, all these other wrestlers, old school wrestlers, dead in their faces. Y'all don't say nothing. But yeah, when some guy said something years ago that he probably, moved on from that, he's not even like that in the turtle vibe and stuff.
How do we know that?
We don't know that.
Yeah,
and that was the presenting of the question. Is he or is he not? When you have to think about it, when you have those type of comments and even if it's years ago, I'm pretty sure the same way you moved then is the same way you move now. Period.
No.
If somebody said if hypothetically, if a white man called you a nigger, let's say when you was 12, and let's say 20 years later, You meet the same guy at your like middle school reunion, and he still calls you a nigger.
Oh wow.
Then what?
With the ER too.
But that's different.
Has he? That's not different. It's the same. Like we don't. Granted, we don't personally know Lars, so we don't know if he is or
But
he isn't.
that's just. If somebody,
No.
okay, listen.
Nope.
It's a very good example.
Nope.
It's a very good
I'm gonna
Actually,
say.
no.
I'm gonna say
Read
this.
this. Read this.
What?
Oh,
That's a white man.
that's the white.
He's an old friend from like years ago. You see what he said? He said, "My nigga," and then he said, "Did I offend you?"
Yeah, but not everybody's like that, and you should just tell him.
Ralph
Actually,
Reigns said he was a grown man saying these things, not a teenager.
Facts. Big facts.
Kevin Hart was saying all these homophobic slurs. It was a grown
He's
man.
still
he's a
canceled.
comedian, and that's a very different realm. Like
No, I'm sick and tired about so quick to have that. Like, so that's the case. We all done dirt. We should all be canceled then. We should all
I
not have
know.
a time just to like
I'm
not.
surprised I'm still alive.
Like
Alive?
honestly,
But you have to understand, like what Kevin Hart did, and he apologized on top of that, when he really shouldn't, because in that comedic realm, it's a very different type of like. Granted, some people are. It's either you like the comedian or you don't like the comedian. You either like the material or you don't like the material. But it doesn't necessarily mean a joke is a joke if he's a comedian, right?
Like if he was saying that shit
Necessarily-
off stage, like in
It
a
doesn't
regular
necessarily mean
setting.
he's walking around calling lesbos. Like no, like it's a very like.
Fine.
Granted, I know in a general scheme you would want it to kind of be the same, like.
But it's not.
But it's not.
So
Every
if that's the
area is
case,
different.
so that's the case when you know what? I never seen a tweet back in the day, so all my stuff through text messages. So all right.
But to be honest, you're regular nigga.
To answer,
Yo, I don't give a damn what people be saying. Like,
to
I'm honest
answer
with everything I
Janelle's
say.
question.
But it's not about. Hold on, because I do want my answer to the question. But what you have to realize is that, granted, you may not care what anybody says or what anybody do and blah blah
Someone
blah.
else does.
But guess what?
True.
That is you, and that is not Lars, and that is not Big E, and that's not anybody else in that locker room that could feel a way about what that nigga said. So,
All right.
but my question, and it really quickly, so we can move on, is: do you think sensitivity training should
Of course.
be for
Yeah.
everyone?
Yeah, of
Yes.
course, because a lot of people come from different part of the U.S. A lot of people, you have to understand, there's more countries than cities. Not everybody grew up the same exact way. Not everybody had the privilege of growing in a big city, experiencing different races and different culture. So yes, sensitivity classes is a key.
Okay.
I agree.
From
And
everybody.
And not only that, but sensitivity training when it comes to social media, because now that we have so much access to these wrestlers, some people feel like they can, oh, hey, I'm off screen. That could be however you want, but it's like, you still have to be mindful.
Like
of
when
what
you
you're saying,
on, like, and I
right?
think that's what sometimes we forget. Like they're on all the time. Like, and they can pick and choose how they post and what they post and how they say things. But you gotta realize when you represent $1 billion company, it's a totally different ball game. But let's move right along to Killer Cross. Is at a crossroads with Impact Wrestling. He apparently wants out.
Cross?
So you don't be lonely. I know. I thought it was the Bronx, but I was like, no, she's not crossroads. I figured it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, Killer Cross, who is currently employed by Impact Wrestling, wants out. But they can't seem to let him go just yet because they aren't allowing him to be released from his contract. So they are refusing to grant him a release. And in that, they were trying to renegotiate terms of his contract, but he ain't trying to hear that shit. He trying to go. Where Impact feels like he was a nobody before, and now that he got some clout, he trying to milk them a little bit more, which I mean in a business sense, you should.
Yeah, that's smart.
I'm like, duh.
Yeah.
But my question to you guys is actually, what are your thoughts on Killer Cross? 'Cause I'm actually kind of a fan. Like, I actually like what he does in the ring.
Who's Killer Cross again?
So Killer Cross is a gentleman on Impact Wrestling.
Did he just debut there?
No. No.
Killer Cross is in that tag team with like that had the sky in the hat, right?
No.
I'm sorry, I don't watch
That's the
Impact
North.
like that.
Oh, see?
So-
Put it on your list, girl, because now it's starting to get a little, it has its hit and miss.
I mean, I'm gonna comment on this because it seems to be similar to what's happening to Luke Harper and like a lot of people. It sucks that, you know, I mean, we don't know the details of the contractual agreement. So if he's trying to like bounce on his company without, you know, fulfilling the contract, I get it. It is kind of low key dirt. But if he can leave and they're trying to pull some dirty shit like, nah, you gotta stay because of XYZ, then yeah, I think he should go and pursue another thing. I don't see why he should be tied to that. But Also, it's like, my dude, find a lawyer. All right, look at your contract.
I feel like people don't read
highlighter.
contracts these days.
Nah, you got hell no. Listen, the fine print, zoom in on that shit.
It's real.
Because that fine print will keep you somewhere.
Homework for you. YouTube Killer Cross. He was tagging with, he was in a big kind of like, not feud, but he was, was tagging with Moose for a minute.
I heard Killer Cross and I thought Killer Croc, sorry.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to say Cross, so I wasn't ready.
No, I was like literally thinking about
listen, I say that about the whole situation is just like this way. It's kind of like, I kind of see where Impact is coming from. Like, nobody was checking for you. We gave you some bread. We looked out for you. We tried to, make you. We tried to build with you, and now all of a sudden you get a little insurance. You forget about us, my nigga, though, son.
I mean, it's all about the contract. It's all about whatever.
We fed you, my nigga.
You gotta go on the bigger and better things.
But we fed you, though, son. We put warm clothes. You gave me Timberlands, B.
I mean, they probably barely gave those. They probably gave him
Constructs, B. Constructs. We
gave him Constructs. They didn't give him like Tim's.
Yeah.
Yo, it does not matter, though, son. I fed you, B. I gave you bacon, egg, and cheese, man.
I think, and that's barely anything.
On white bread. Not even on a roll, on a white bread.
Right.
You gotta get on a hero.
I mean, I think
you get on a roll.
Get on a roll.
What?
No, we get on a hero, dog.
What? Bacon, egg, and cheese?
Yeah.
You're eating a whole bacon, egg, and cheese on a hero.
Well, you get it on.
You eat a chopped cheese on a hero.
Yes, correct.
Who say
you eat chopped cheese on a hero?
You eat a bacon and cheese on a hero.
On a roll.
On a roll. On a Kaiser roll.
A what roll?
That's what they call it. Kaiser rolls.
How old are you, 12? You got a hero?
How old are you? Who the fuck eats heroes with bacon, egg, and cheese? I'm sorry, that was
a grown man?
A grown man with gas.
No, because
Nah. Deadass.
Yo, all you getting is mad bread on the
exactly.
Because the egg,
the sausage, they cutting that shit in half.
Anybody in a bodega is gonna make the right amount of size for a fucking roll.
Exactly.
You put that shit on a hero.
Ralph Ray said this. Bacon and cheese on a hoagie, aka hero, with jelly.
Hoagie?
He's fat.
With jelly?
So I said, that's about
First
fat.
of all, that's not a fat thing. That's just a southern thing.
Jelly?
It's okay.
Jelly?
Thank you.
Ralph, where you from, Ralph?
Yo, if I catch anyone order that shit, straight
everybody
up
alive people say bacon and cheese on the hero, B.
No,
yo,
she was a bunch of niggas.
Nah.
You ever had bacon with cream cheese?
No.
I love that.
That's nasty.
Bacon with cream cheese?
Yeah.
I like cream cheese, so I just probably would never even think about that.
Oh, Ralph is from Philly.
Oh, so that's hoagie makes
God.
sense because of cheesesteak. Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Wow.
Yo, you know about Wawa's?
Yeah.
We don't know about Wawa.
I don't know about Wawa.
For real?
It's in Jersey.
Actually, it's all really it's everything below New York, like Virginia, Philly,
everything in Wawa.
Jersey.
You can make heroes there, though, like with the screen, though. They make it right in front of you.
It's like Publix.
That's a real southern thing. That's super southern.
And it's
That went over my head, dog.
No
Yeah.
lie.
No. What the fuck he was talking
No
about?
lie.
Like,
Publix fried chicken, that shit is lit.
So, like,
That
Publix
shit
is like
is bomb.
Think of it like Walmart or like it's like a supermarket.
Yeah, it's like a better version of a Stop and Shop.
Yeah.
Stop and Shop. That's Stop and Shop.
It's a better with guns in the
I
back.
used to talk about that shit.
Oh yeah, they sell guns in the back too.
Someone said a bacon and cheese on the croissant.
They give you
Yeah,
some
fancy. Nigga rich.
I mean, you know.
Who said that? That's a good one. I've had that.
Mwah.
Yeah, I've had that before.
Bambino.
No, it's just a little bit more silky and smooth.
Yeah.
It's okay. But we're gonna end off our opening segment with
Moolah on Vice, yeah, I gotta watch this episode. She was a nasty pimp.
Yo, we're gonna talk about that Moolah episode
Oh
next
my
week
God.
because I don't agree with Sir Wilkins at all.
Wait, what?
On your view of Moolah,
Yo, fuck that bitch.
see,
Nah.
I don't agree.
See what she did to my girl Georgia Peach?
But you understand, like, if it was a guy that did all that shit,
Fuck him too.
No, we fuck him too.
But nobody would have said. I don't think no one would have said that.
Something about that, especially in this time. Moolah was fucked up. She shouldn't even train the chicks. She just took their money and gave them away.
I mean, but that's like a lot of these, you know.
The chicks, the dudes about the chicks about, yo, fuck Moolah.
But we're gonna talk about that next week.
Oh, whack ass pussy.
Oh wow.
Fuck that bitch.
Well, you know, she did, so it was okay.
And they were just talking about Georgia too. They fucked up my girl Georgia. Black Queen, one of the best ever in the business.
Like
Fuck
I
Moolah.
said, we are going to talk
Fuck
about that
Moolah.
next week.
Fuck that bitch.
But we're gonna move on to the rumor of this week, and it kind of goes hand in hand.
Whip that trick. Fuck that bitch.
I don't think that's how the words of the song goes. So I'm
Listen, the
using
Deadass
it's
family
whoop
does not
that
condone
trick. Get
this
him.
strong
Whoop that
version
trick.
of
like what the
language.
fuck?
We don't condone the strong use of
Empire's ending?
language.
No, she
So?
get pissed on, dude.
Wait, who's in this one?
Mula.
Yeah, she might like that.
She's dead. So
Piss on her grave, piss on her grave.
Hey,
Now you just made that into a song,
No,
didn't you?
that's actually a song.
Whose song is that?
Travis Scott.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Travis Scott with Piss on Her Grave.
That's
Piss on Her Grave.
intense. But as I've been trying to say, as everyone has been so on the Mula train.
Yo, my son Joel. What's up, baby? I see you out here. That's
Oh,
my
you
mom.
just giving personal shout outs to niggas? Like, what the fuck?
Wow.
That's my guy Joel, dude.
Yeah, but tell Joel you said. What?
Yo, Joel, hit up the Deadass girls after this, by
He's
the
Spanish,
way.
though.
All right, good. Yo.
He taller.
BX.
He's like 6'2".
So you
Okay,
all-
que lo que mi
Let's
gente.
talk, guys.
Yo, wait.
Yeah,
Mula
yes,
Yeah.
she does. She is unavailable.
She dead.
Wait, someone
Hey,
asked?
nigga, like what the fuck? What dead person has an Instagram? Like,
Someone said, NBA feed said, she gonna come at y'all in your grave. Y'all better chill.
Nah, nigga, I'm Haitian. We protected.
Pretty much.
yeah,
I'm Haitian. We protected.
that's pretty much true. Yeah, I believe it.
So I can't even tag it.
Yo, fuck that. Hoe.
Why was you? What the fuck?
Son
you
said, tag
tagging?
Mula.
I'm tagging ghosts.
Yo,
What
tag
the
Vice. Tag Vice. Tag Vice.
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
That shit is wild.
Shout out to my son, Big Will No Wrestling, you know. That's a
Shout
nice
out to
Christian
Big
brother.
Will.
Shout out to
Nice.
the rumor of the week.
No, we are gonna get to that, but shout out to Will because he definitely asked, "Was I gonna be on tonight's episode?" And I was like, "Yes, I
Shout
am."
out to
here live
NBA
in
Fiend. I
color.
see y'all here, dogs.
So,
Representing the BX.
so going to the rumor of this week, it kind of goes hand in hand with us talking about AEW taking those steps forward and WWE kind of taking 18 steps back.
Oh, wow.
So the most frustrated person award goes to Triple H.
Your
apparently.
man's trips.
My man's trips. He's almost had enough. He's on his own heart shit. Like, enough is enough, and it's time for a change. So, according to a close friend of three WWE writers, WWE Executive Vice President of Talent, Triple H, is the most frustrated person backstage because apparently Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and it's not allegedly, probably is the truth, is having the tendency to micromanage, which we all know because we all work how annoying a micromanager can be.
Facts.
And shots fired. And he has a disregard to the wrestlers that Triple H has kind of built up in his NXT reign. And even to this, even what's crazy is Triple H had liked and then unliked a few interesting tweets not too long ago that were critical of the current state of the WWE product. So, do you think Triple H is the most frustrated person in WWE right now?
Yeah.
Second to Sir Wilkins, yes.
Second to the loyal, hardcore fans of WWE.
Yeah, no, and I can see why, because he grew, he came up in the industry as a wrestler. He spent decades, behind the scenes. And then when he started, it's like, when you have a coworker that gets promoted and then he sees all the fuckery that happens in management and he feels bad for the employees. He's like, yo, I was there once. Like, I understand. So I think that he understands the frustration that not only performers go through, but the fans go through. And I'm pretty sure he has new, fresh ideas that he wants to bring out to the forefront. And just
I think everyone has brand new, fresh ideas that.
And he's, Vince McMahon's like, you know what? We're not going to do that. We're going to bring out Roman. I'm okay with Roman coming out all the time,
Lord,
but
here we go.
no, I could understand, because especially he's comparing it to NXT. No lie, before Triple H came into NXT, I forgot NXT was still a thing. Like, I was like, oh, that shit.
Like the Roman, the Seths, all of them.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
the
NXT was a thing, and then it wasn't until
that was my epiphany when they announced NXT 25.
I was like,
25. I was like, what the fuck you mean? They're like 25 takeovers.
Yeah, I was like,
bitch, where?
I was like, I'm sorry.
On the WWE
I calculated
network.
like 6.
But right, like I was there for like 1, 2, 3, 4. I was there for like 5 or 6 of them. So where the fuck the 20 come from?
So that means
But
that when NXT,
understand.
so I think that he's like, listen, I put NXT on my shoulder, on my back. All right, I carry that shit. I'm my fucking shoulders. Okay, I'm weary. All right, and you are fucking it up. and I'm trying to help you, but you're not letting me help. So I can understand why he's frustrated. And he's probably frustrated too, where he probably doesn't have anyone in his corner, because Vince McMahon is surrounded by yes men. So everyone's going to jump to, whatever Vince says, like, oh, yes, boss, okay, boss, including his daughter. I'm pretty sure his daughter's like in this place is like, do I support my husband who probably wants to go?
Very dangerous place to be. I feel for her.
Like, oh, but my father, because, he's my father and I've been here for so long. So I can understand why he's frustrated, where he probably feels like he has no one to back him up. And
I don't think anyone has anyone to back him up.
And I feel like he probably sees it from the lens of a fan, like, hey, here's something that a lot of people spend years loving. And people are slowly becoming turned off to it, to the point where they're stopping from watching it. Like, just to put an example, there's this podcast that I listen to sometimes, besides my own.
Thank you.
All right, where the lead co-host who created the podcast, he decided to quit because he Smart to Death.
Mm-hmm.
He decided to quit because he's no longer a wrestling fan. It's like he just put all that time, years, everything, building his podcast, building his brand, and he literally was like, I'm leaving. And it's like, it's sad because a lot of us grew up watching it, or a lot of people who just started watching it, and then they're going to be like, you know what, this product is not for me anymore. I'm going to go elsewhere. And that's great. You can explore the options, but he's probably thinking like, yo, I'm in a sinking ship and no one wants to give me a raft.
No one's, but I feel like it's like one of those things like on a Titanic where
that the band is playing.
Where low key, yeah.
And he's like, yo, where the fucking life vest? Like, yo.
That's actually probably
Rose, move! There's space on the door!
That's probably one of the best scenes. Is like, he was like, you know what? If we gonna go down, we still gonna play.
Vince doesn't watch NXT.
And that's another...
I know, and that's another slap in the face. He's like, oh, I don't want to need to watch. That's like, developmental. Why? And then he also tried to bring into the financials. So WWE loses $2 to $3 million a year only because of NXT. Because NXT, their shows don't really make a lot of money. Most of the people who go there are students of Full Sail, so they go free. And the pay-per-views, the takeovers, yes, they generate the best pop. They're always much better than the regular main roster stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't generate as much revenue as the main roster because ticket sales are different. Mm-hmm. So to him, he's like, why am I going to invest in a product that I'm losing money off of? Mm-hmm. But it's like, yes, you're losing money off of it. However, guess what? People think that this is better than your actual product you're peddling.
All right, Mr. Black, your turn. Who is the most frustrated person in WWE right now, besides fans?
I think Triple H and like DX as entirety, because he put certain of his men in positions to make bread, to make an impact in these products, that he trusted Road Dogg. Mm-hmm. Road Dogg probably was up all night doing this thing, like, yo, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And then he probably go up and it's just like, we gonna start all over again. Mm-hmm. How frustrating that is. And then you kind of get it. You probably listen to Vince because some of the ideas does come to fruition. It does make sense. AKA the Eugene character, AKA the whole Stone Cold come out with the beer truck, or like him doing antics. Those stuff does work. But imagine you trust this guy to develop the next generation of talent within. And then he does that. He gets talent. He kind of tweaked them for the WWE product. He actually brought kind of a new style in with his NXT guys. Mm-hmm. Then they get into the main roster, and then you looking like...
back to square one, basically.
I know.
Like, he reset button.
And I feel like a lot of these guys are his mans. Mm-hmm. Come up to him like, yo, bro. And he probably looking like, yo, I got something for you. Now, hours later, yeah, you got cut. You looking like, yo, did you even went out there to defend me, man? Now, he looks like the liar. Mm-hmm. He looked like the one that who's like disappointing his man.
Well, Triple H is used to having a target on his back. So,
but now he looks bad. So now he's like, you know what? Let me implement some change and bring my boys in. Road Dogg been telling this for years. He did some stuff with TNA. Now he looking like Road Dogg's like, yo, bro, your pops is bugging. I'm not leaving my crib for this no more, son. I'm going back and make hip-hop music with R-Truth in my backyard. That's it.
Road Dogg has been writing for weeks.
And he said, I am out. Mm-hmm. And now Tripp's looking like, yo, this is Road Dogg's, dude. Like, this man that Come on, son. Now then my boy Shawn Michaels having a livest time, loving the NXT trying it, rolled up looking like, yo, can I come down with you? But he can't because he's stuck with Vince.
I totally see him joining his tag team partner.
So overall, it's just like, this is something that every big corporation goes through. Apple been through this, Sony been through this, Nintendo been through this, the list goes on. This is just a very bad rust spot, and WWE just gotta have AEW, and everything just it's gonna change the product for the better, but they just have to figure out which direction they want to take it.
So, last question before we do our WWE recap for this week is, do you think, this is a quick yes or no, do you think once Vince really puts pause on XFL, do you think the product will get better?
Yes.
No. Nope. And you say yes.
Yeah.
You know why? Because micromanagement comes from ego, and Vince has an ego.
Go.
You know, he's gonna feel like, hey, I'm doing XFL. I think I could juggle WWE at the same time. And what's gonna happen is he's gonna feel like he can put his hands on everything. He's gonna feel like he can't let can't let go of control. So no, if anything, it's gonna fall into a limbo where we're not gonna know what the hell is going on. Like,
I mean, I feel like it's such a hard in between, because everyone, like any wrestling fan that has some logic, you know that right after WrestleMania, it's not a lot, but you already know after WrestleMania it is that hard in between stage where, and you know, with last year being the first year they did the Superstar Shakeup, and then this year they did the Superstar Shakeup, and then plus a wild card thing that really I had high hopes for, but it's just actually not going to work. So I don't understand. But with all of that, everyone knows that this time really between WrestleMania and SummerSlam, it is that limbo time. It's that time where you just are really unsure what the fuck's going on with who, what, when, where, why. But
you really ripped up your paper and went for another one.
I know, like, the fuck?
So Bambino KC said Vince had Johnny Wrestling and Tommaso Ciampa as partners, throwing away years of storylines and build-up.
Basically.
But then they were actually not necessarily, because it's the same like when you had Triple H and Shawn Michaels feuding, and then they came back and did DX again.
Yeah, but it was just like the day after, basically.
It's
the day. It was
literally the
tomato. Like, you know what I mean?
Different.
Yeah.
Wait, was it like but it was like NXT one night and then the next night on Raw? It's very two different entities, because remember, we always talk about there are people that just watch NXT, and then there's people
but just slapping in the face of the NXT fans who watch WWE as well.
Well,
the continuity is weird.
And
WWE has had a very bad turn.
There was a storyline to DX reunion. Shout out to True Hell.
Said WWE's like the girl that was fine, but then you turned into a mad chick.
Wow. You didn't love her enough.
NBA Fiend 47 said they're the closest. NXT's the closest to the indie displaying raw talent.
NBA Fiend, are you a Knicks fan? And if so,
It's disgusting.
are you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay.
People don't count their blessings. Like, listen, it could have been worse.
Are you okay?
Who else? Somebody said,
we know your ass is fine.
I wasn't trying to start anything. I literally was asking, like, are y'all okay?
We getting
I'm about to go home and
we getting 2 max deal.
To an angry Knicks
We got
fan.
RJ.
But you shouldn't really
I don't know what you angry for.
because at the end of the day,
said,
niggas is trying to get KD.
It's not gonna leave WWE alone.
Nope.
True Hill Sid said WWE's Vince will always stay in charge. Vince is a Virgo. They need that control.
Wait, excuse me?
That's what Snow said. Vince is a Virgo.
Vince is a Virgo. No,
that makes sense.
Shut the fuck up, everybody.
Oh, wow.
That makes perfect sense.
I didn't even say it. I'm an Aries.
Don't know when to quit.
Wow, me and Vince have the same sign. It actually makes a lot more sense.
I know everything, right?
No, but yes.
That's why I know everything. Virgo swear they know everything.
Yeah, but pretty
and
much.
never take ownership like what they do.
No, I do, and I think Vince.
Will said one last thing. He said, but Trips got them Johnny and Ciampa off of the main roster real quick.
Well, that was because nigga got injured.
No, he was like, nah, he go back.
He got injured, and then Gargano, I think, would have drowned on main roster by himself. Yeah. So I glad Bully Ray said the same thing I said, but yeah, because his mic skills ain't all the way there. So
and they're not gonna go out of their way to write a special storyline yet.
I say no, Virgos be bugging.
Y'all be bugging. Don't be.
The highly underrated sports page said God don't like the Knicks until the free agency. But
that's what I'm saying.
I don't want Kyrie.
I don't want Kyrie, actually.
I want Kemba. because Kembe is he had that Dwayne Wayne mindset, like I could get buckets. But just know that
Listen, I would just
more.
take a few wins. Like, count your blessings next time.
Yeah, wins, W's.
Shin Gardy said EC3 question mark.
Yikes.
About what?
Where is he?
Doing
Question mark. He's actually on main event. If you watch main event on the WWE Network, I definitely saw him.
EC3 is on a tanning bed right now, catching the ill skin cancer.
EC3 should never came up, and that's the part that frustrates me the most. Is like
fucking facts.
And it frustrates me the most that certain people, like, let them cultivate in that NXT realm. Like, that's why when the night after WrestleMania happened and niggas didn't know a Dream was gonna come up, I was like, no, don't let this nigga come up. Not at all. Like, keep Dream until the Royal Rumble and let him come out at the Royal Rumble, please and thank you. Because don't ruin such a good thing where you think that you need the pieces, but you still don't work with the pieces you already got. So, but EC3 should have stayed in NXT, in my opinion, but it is.
And they should have played out that Velveteen EC3 feud a little bit more. Their promos were
But what happened was
they put you to the pool and everything.
that shit was
so organic.
The Dream doesn't have memory of that.
But all right, let's move on to our WWE recap this week. And we actually are going to do something a little bit different this week and see how it goes. So typically we do 2 ups, 2 downs, but actually this week we're going to do 1 up and we're actually going to do 1 change up. So with the change up, you get to choose a scenario that happened on Raw and you get to tell me and the viewers what you would have done differently. So ideally what your down would have been, how you would have changed that and made it into an up. So I am going to start with Mr. Black since you are our guest, and I want to give you a little bit of time to think about things and you know.
All right, now.
Actually, no, it's like ladies first.
Oh, yay. All right, so do I pick what's my up or
so we're Raw, you tell us your 1 up and then you tell us your 1 change up.
All right, I would change Baron Corbin. All right, versus defeating Ricochet because
why?
What the fuck? That was just.
I actually like that.
The reason why, see, there's a few things that would have changed, like just canceling Raw and putting Fire Funhouse for like all 3 hours. But anyway,
first of all, that shit is creepy.
That shit was fire. The reason why is because it does nothing to Ricochet's character. Yes, it does a lot to Baron Corbin's character. But it just completely,
I think it
does not legitimize Ricochet at all.
It did both though. Like honestly speaking, their match kept me.
It pushes him as a bait, as a face.
Their match kept me actually probably, if not besides the Firefly House, it kept me the most intrigued into the match because of they were both out of 10.
No.
You know what I mean?
will say it was one of the best matches on Raw.
I honestly think it showcased a side of Ricochet and it showcased a side of Baron Corbin that people sleep on because as much as we can't look past the express outlook that he got going on, Baron Corbin can definitely at times go in the ring depending on the person that he's with.
I just feel like it wasn't the right time for this match to happen. And it made me believe
that Corbin wasn't going to win Money in the Bank. So I was okay with that.
Oh, I mean, I kind of knew that already.
Oh, well.
I don't know. Maybe if they put this on another Raw, I just feel like the pacing, like just the placement of this match. Yeah, it was just random.
I think it was random, but I had an appreciation for it.
I kind of low-key would also change the Roman Reigns match. I love Roman. Listen, Roman Empire. It reigns in Roman Reigns Empire. But it was unnecessary.
Jesus. All right, Mr. Black, 1 up, 1 change up.
Of course, everybody knows I'm a huge Bray Wyatt fan.
Hey.
And I've been a fan forever. I'm like the guy who's been defending him. And like I said it before, I don't want no one to hop on a bandwagon of Bray Wyatt. Just because like he took his career, he did all necessary steps, he put a proper challenge to get that match. And this is weeks and weeks of payoff. Nobody was patient in the beginning. And like I said in my video, this is Bray Wyatt. This is the man that literally went from Hussey Harris, cult leader. No. He went from cult leader, and then he went to like the ultimate paranormal. Now back, he looked like Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal.
He does. He looks like Joker.
Exactly. These are evolutions of a person's character. And this is definitely what I like to call a wrestler's journey. So throughout your journey as a wrestler, you're going to go through different phases of your career because not one wrestler is not supposed to stay the same type way from their rookie year even until now. That is obviously something that will stale your character. Some wrestlers, these are the outliers that can have the same gimmick over and over again and not change not one thing about it. But not everybody's outlier. So now we step into the realm with Bray Wyatt where like how that everybody wanted him to be, oh, this is WWE championship material, da da da. No, he always had been championship material, but it was always due to bad booking.
But as I've always told you, Bray is one of those individuals that he does not need a title to define his career.
Exactly, yeah.
But he doesn't.
It's nice. It's a great, accomplishment. It's a great accolade. But he's one of the few individuals that does not need it to.
And I understand that, fine. But make him have wins.
But he got to get in the ring first.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
This nigga's been in the house for weeks.
Listen, JoJo Choach will do that to you, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, if I was him, JoJo, I'd be at home too. I'll
pause. What's up? Go ahead.
So Bray Wyatt not winning, he don't need a title, but like everyone said, he has to win. Like for a pay-per-view, like if he's beefing with John Cena, he should have won that. Him losing to Undertaker, cool, I get that, but he should at least be John Cena.
Actually, that's the one. Actually, I think the reverse. I think he should.
No. He should have won. Yeah, but I'm saying this way: one or the other, and he has no. Only time I feel like he had that really key wins. King wings. Wow.
Ooh,
key. I'm too full. Key wins. That's like a porno music, B.
No, that's fucking. I tell you.
No, I feel like this is Shaft music. You in a car with the shorty like this.
Shaft coming out with a new.
Yeah, with his grandfather and his son.
Yeah.
Black Power. Anyways.
With the shits, Richard Roundtree ass.
But I just feel like how the overall though, Bray Wyatt needs key wins. And this radiation of this character, I'm not worried of him as a character. I'm worrying.
Not get it though. I think because it's like. After a while, when a character loses a lot, you'd be like, yo, what the fuck is the point? So I get it. I mean, he shouldn't win everything, but yeah, he should have some of the landmark wins.
But I mean, once again, it is a new era in the Firefly household.
It's a new era, Bray.
So that's your one up is, of course, Bray. And then what is your one change up? What would you have changed on Monday Night Raw?
How Mojo Rawley was just like this supposed to be his re-debut on Raw.
That was supposed to be it?
Yeah, his re-debut as Raw. Before that he was on Superstars. I mean main event. Okay. So his reign on Raw, and I felt that it was poorly done. The fact that he put all these vignettes and screen in the mirror. He has on some like Resident Evil disease on his face.
Shit is the weird. And so actually, you know what's crazy? I actually like Mojo, but I don't know what this shit is.
So I would definitely change that, how the build up for him to re-debut back in the ring. Because again, announcers, the commentary is not doing their job to really explain that scar on his face.
Well, because them niggas don't even know themselves. It's crazy out here.
Okay.
But all right, let's go to SmackDown. One up, one change up. I'll start off with you, Mr. Black.
Come on, B. Everything's up and up. You know me, I'm a big fan of SmackDown. So, dang, you know what? I'm gonna put the colonizers, what she been doing. So basically, I feel like we got two, Japanese warriors put together and call them a clique or something like that, like Hibachi warriors. Like, come on.
First of all, that's more racist. It's Kabuki warriors.
Yeah, I was like, Hibachi is food. Like, what the fuck?
Kabuki warriors. Come on, like that's like video game characters. Be like, no, but apparently them two came up with the name though. But it was just like, no, I just feel like. It feels awkward watching it. Like, have you ever watched something? You looking like,
forced, I
feel awkward for y'all.
Yeah.
And
the awkward for me is Paige.
Yes,
yes.
Yeah.
Like,
anybody at least put a black woman.
Paige.
No, just have them be. If you're gonna have them be a tag team, have them be a tag team.
But be a black woman.
And I get it. No, that makes it. Actually, that makes it worse. Like,
how that make it worse? You know, Asian and black people love each other. B. Vietnam War. B. Come on.
Oh wow. That's not a good example. Actually.
But that's no.
Blacks love Chinese food.
But blacks love Asian dogs.
They love Asian food more. Chicken fried rice.
That's not Asian. That's not Asian. That's American, dogs.
Chinese food is not Chinese food.
You know what I mean? Like black people.
Chinese food is not Chinese food. No, it's not real Chinese food.
Anyway, my issue with the tag team is really Paige, and I think Paige could be a phenomenal manager.
Yep.
I think if she's put with the right person or the right people, then it's a different type of situation.
I feel like you should have went with the iconic, not the iconic, with the Sonya Deville and
with Fire and Ice.
Yeah, because it makes more
Fire and
sense.
Desire.
Like, you know, like she fixed like it's like they give it that Bond spot.
Honestly, if I was them, I would have put Paige with a guy.
Yeah.
To be honest. A guy that does not great on the mic, a guy that doesn't have as much charisma as she does.
What's the biggest opportunity that they really did not do? And I feel they should have reached the opportunity of it. They should have put Bobby Lashley, Leo Rush.
He lazy as shit. Don't worry about it. Continue.
They should put Bobby Lashley, Leo Rush, and Apollo Crews together in a group and let Leo Rush be that mouthpiece and be that really gritty on some like.
But see, Apollo Crews is such a baby face, just in the fucking face. I couldn't even see that nigga saying anything bad.
But you didn't see Kofi getting booed though, right?
Kofi getting booed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
He got booed at one point.
But I could see that though. That's what I'm saying.
Right, yeah.
But all right, that is your one up and one change up. What is your one up, one change up?
My one up is Andrade Cien Almas, representing for the Hispanics winning. And I think this is also
speaking. Like, I feel like no one's even talking about Andrade speaking because
I'm about to get real nasty, yo.
That's because Vince.
To get real nasty.
Absolutely, as he should.
No, he actually speaks really pretty good English.
No, he does not, girl. Let me tell you, when I met him in New Orleans.
That was a year ago.
New Orleans.
That was 2 years ago, though, mama.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago.
Yo.
Yeah, he got better. You got Charlotte. That's all American white girls.
So that was a year ago.
Still.
A year ago, and I'm pretty sure Charlotte ain't in these bed sheets fucking speaking English.
How you know?
Because this nigga would have been speaking English.
Oh, wow.
How she not saying that? How that? What she like hit it from the back? American Pie, different words.
I don't think.
Well, I'm saying like here, don't mind.
I think he's
not English. That's Spanish.
But actually, that's probably what is going on. Is he's teaching her Spanish. But anyway, in New Orleans, we was in a bar and he had two other people around him, and none of them niggas could speak English. Like we were trying to get him a drink. Like we
Did
were
have
like,
masks on?
no.
Let me tell you, Andrade is a fine ass
But he is
man,
handsome.
yo.
In
He
person,
is handsome.
I will say that.
The pairing with him and Zelina is perfect.
Absolutely.
Okay, I hope they don't break that up. And I think that this might be the push that Andrade is gonna get because he deserves to be the IC champ. He deserves to have some championship around his waist. Andrade Cien Almas. Don't build that
Will
wall.
always be Cien Almas. Like fuck Vince dropping names
That should be,
and shit. That's
stipulation.
So, my change is, I have to say, even though the Kabuki Warrior name is kind of sus, but I gotta say that my change is Shane because.
Is it just me or Shane still has black eye from WrestleMania? I've been trying to figure this out.
He definitely does.
Yo, I've been trying to figure this out for 2 weeks.
Homegirl at WWE Glam does not match his fucking concealer shade. Yo, that shit looks mad yellow.
Right here. And it's black and yellow as fuck. And it is
they don't know how to listen. Hunty, hit up that Fenty beauty counter, get your shade match.
I thought I was the only one. They're not as expensive. Well, you just cheat. One or the other.
You get it from Ryder.
Ladder.
Fenty Beauty, no.
You get like a knockoff.
I'm sorry, what?
Fenty Beauty, no.
Anyway.
He getting fentanyl beauty.
So you're right.
Fentanyl. That's like a transformer.
That shit sounds like
Fentanyl, transform. No.
That sounds deadly. But I agree. Shane is just like
he's not. Nah.
Sit down somewhere.
Listen, the nostalgia kind of wore off already. Yeah.
Actually, we've passed nostalgia a long time
It's like, yo, you really wanna, y'all really looking at Insta hoes right now.
This is what I go through every week.
Y'all really disrespecting us right now.
No, that's
we having an intelligent conversation, and you looking at ass and titties.
Big booty hoes is all the time.
There's more to life than ass and titties. It's about the brain. All right.
Yeah,
don't say get rich. See, I was saying, don't say that word.
Fact. Ep5.
You
Where's
definitely don't
yours?
get brain.
Wow.
Okay then.
That was mean, girl.
Now, what's it mean?
My dude sounds like he rides a short bus with a helmet. All right.
Short bus, shorty. But all right, let's.
Speaking of short bus, you know that Mr. Rapburn is gay?
Who?
From Arthur. Yeah, he gay. He gay.
I've been
A lot of those characters though were sus.
I didn't think he was gay. I was like,
if
wow.
you just finding this out, then were you really watching Arthur?
What's your favorite episode?
I don't know, man. I put that
That's
shit
a
on when I
while.
was doing my homework.
Yeah, because
I used to watch it.
that was like when
I
you
used to
first
watch
came
it.
home. You watched Pokemon and then you watched Arthur.
You watch Arthur.
Arthur came on at 4.
Then after that, you watch Dragon Tales and Cyber Chase. Woo! Facts.
No wonder why y'all niggas click, because I
Yo,
never watched that
this
shit.
is the no
Fuck is
cable
that?
game.
Dragon
B.
Tales was the shit.
What?
But Dragon
No.
My brother used to
It's
like
like
that
this.
shit.
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales.
What's the other words? No one knows.
Dragon Tales. Come along
And
take my hand.
Let's all go to Dragonland.
Jack and Wheezy, tails apart.
Wow.
When two heads are better than one. Dragon Tales,
Wow.
Dragon
I used
Tales.
to like have sex while I was watching.
You used to have sex with Dragon Tales?
Yeah.
Yo, that is by far my favorite soundbite ever.
Yo, people watch Cyber Chase, B.
I've never watched that.
Son, you remember Sagwa, the cat? Sagwa.
When Cyber Chase came on, I
I've
turned my
never watched
channel.
that shit.
What about In Between the Lions?
Nope.
Okay, it's a classic. Reading Rainbow.
Hell yeah.
LeVar Burton, he taught everyone how to read B. Everybody know how to read B.
Yeah, I was like,
Y'all remember like they do learn to read?
I can read before I.
Yeah, I spoke two languages.
Reading
by
Rainbow
that
just kind of increased my vocabulary.
Oh, Zoom. Y'all remember Zoom?
Oh yeah, Zoom was
Come
my
on.
shit.
Y'all remember Zoom? Zuma.
fucking Magic School Bus?
Oh, shoot.
That was my favorite show.
Facts.
Yeah. I live my life by that.
All right, so let us end off on a high note. We're out again.
Yeah, high
Going
note.
to talk about this weekend is Money in the Bank, so we're gonna do some predictions out here. Before that, as always, you guys can join us at Legends this Sunday while we do have our viewing party. So once again, if you're not doing the whole Game of Thrones, come out and support. And then so let's go for it. Let's talk about the 2 kickoff matches. So we have the Cruiserweight Championship, Tony Nese versus Davari.
Tony Nese.
Yo, shout out to my boy Davari with the finest Cuban links.
Yeah, they be on point.
That motherfucker, he be hitting up
But
the Habibis.
He ain't winning though.
I know, but he's still fresh as fuck. That's the Arab Drake right there.
No, oh shit. That's true though.
Okay.
Good point. And then we have for the other kickoff match, the SmackDown Tag Team
A slap in the
Championship,
face.
which is very weird and odd, which is
A
why
slap in
I
the
said,
face.
what the fuck is we doing with the shake up and a wild card, because this doesn't make any sense.
So
you have Raw's Usos versus the newly crowned tag team champions of Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
Is that for the belt?
Yeah. So technically it is
I gotta go for my Uso Juicy. Shout out to the Usos. They fine as
that I
shit.
can't even still to this day figure out who the fuck is who.
I don't care. They can both tag team me. Let's go.
Wow.
Heard you, sis?
Wow.
Who do you choose? I mean, I hope you not tag teaming both of them either.
No.
This nigga laugh back hard.
No. I'm going with Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
Oh, so you want to
Okay.
save the planet?
Yo, when that nigga said we are the planet's champions, I was like, what?
They're the Planeteers.
I was like, what the hell is you talking about?
Wow, they getting sued.
All right, let's talk about The Miz versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage
I think The
match.
Miz.
That shit, no line's gonna be fire. Shane will fall off. Let's all talk about that.
Yeah.
He is gonna fall off. I'm gonna say The Miz keeps surprising me day after day.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you watch this show?
Yes,
The
Miz and Mrs. is fucking
is like
hilarious.
one of the best shows.
Like,
you can
I
watch.
started watching it because I got too lazy to change the channel after SmackDown.
Right, after SmackDown,
and then I'm like, and plus there's no more Temptation Island, so
Right.
girl.
Right.
Smart. That's smart.
So yeah, Mrs. But this is gonna be a good match. Shane is gonna show his age. All I want to know is what fresh Jace he's gonna show up in. That's really what I
It
want to
should
know.
be.
But he be rocking like the ones that had a nobody be rocking like the Jordan.
But he
kinda
still keeps
custom.
them in pristine
It kinda
condition.
Like he has like the 24s, the 23s. No one
He
wears
still
those
keeps
dogs.
them in crisp
Everybody wears
perfection.
the 20s and down.
All right, so let's talk about your guy Roman Reigns
Oh my
versus
God.
Elias.
Roman.
Don't pass out on the show, right?
Oh no, I'm good. It's
Okay.
just, I mean, I do want Elias to win, no lie, because it would boost him, and I think that there would be the credibility and also for the heel. But you know, if my baby Roman wins, you know,
Lord of mercy, then I guess it's okay.
I don't care. So I could go either way. I really
Okay,
don't
what
mind.
about you? You said Roman.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the United
Daddy.
States Championship of Samoa Joe versus Mr. 619 Rey Mysterio.
Yo, Samoan Daddy could choke me out any day.
Facts.
No,
I actually will co-sign
no
that heavy.
fucking
Yo,
lie.
when I met him at
Oh my
Access,
God. Is he fine or what?
what? My nigga smells like baby powder. Like, I was like, hello. Like, I literally, like, I walked up to him slow. Like, I was just like,
Ooh, you were gonna put the work
I
on
was
him.
like, oh, you gonna enjoy every minute of this. But Joe
Too bad he's
was
married.
Too bad he's married.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Take the 619 off, he goes 6'9 up. 6'9
He tried so hard. I think it's so funny.
I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Yo. But I just want to how long did you think of that? So
I was saying that how Samoa Joe look.
Got you.
I was putting it together.
So you say Joe.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Alright, so what's next?
So you say Joe.
I think Joe. Yeah, I
Joe.
see.
I
Joe
low key want Dominic to screw his dad. That's just the storyline
that would
person in
be,
me.
yeah.
I think it'd be a curveball like no other.
It'll be hilarious if Samoa Joe came out like, yo, that's not even your real father.
Yo, because when
your real father's dead.
because when Cesaro said that shit, he was like, Dominic looks like Joe. I was like, yeah, he actually
does.
looks like he does though.
Listen, we all know his real father is Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero.
I mean, we all know.
We all know that.
So, you know,
That's fucked up.
you know his son though.
Well, whose son?
Joe's. Ish.
Joe's son? It does not look like
Yo,
Joe.
there's a dude that I
wish
know.
y'all would.
Shout out-
There's a dude we all know.
No, we all know. You probably seen him for the Artie stuff. The Artie's.
Actually, no, let me see if I can
got a
pull it
picture
up.
of him.
Oh boy.
I got a picture of him.
All right, while we're looking up the picture,
Let's do the.
Just like me.
He does the fuck not.
Just like me.
I would no, not ever.
Yeah, like if I had like a
If you know, not ever, not ever.
Yeah, different
It's a
face.
fraud, it's a fraud, it's a fraud!
Facts. That shit is a fraud. Okay, WrestleCon. Where's Supercard? Okay, here. Oh, Supercard.
I sent you a picture of him.
Okay, here.
oh, okay, I see it.
But he does.
I see it, but I like.
He look like Samoa Joe.
I think it's just
He
the way
has
that he
Joe's
put his
head.
yeah.
His head is kind of
Yeah.
the same shape.
And I think it's
but
just the look on his face.
There's a better picture of that. There's a better
I think
picture
it's
of
just
that.
the look on his
actually,
face.
this is a great picture. Just
Oh,
want to
wow.
throw that out there. But anyway, so let's talk about. I feel like
Dang, I don't
the
got it.
match that will kind of throw us all off that we haven't really spoken about, which would be, and I kind of forgot it. It's going to be for the Universal Championship, which is Seth freaking Rollins versus the phenomenal one AJ Styles, and I feel like this is the kind of like match no one has really talked about.
kind of match is
Has
it?
it been? It's for the universe. It's not on there. I forgot, but I
What
just-
kind? What kind?
It's for the Universal.
No, I know,
title.
but like, what kind of match?
It's a regular ass match.
That's weird.
How is it weird? Anyway, do you see Seth retaining, or do we see a new Universal Champion?
Nah, Seth retaining. He just got it.
I do see Seth retaining only because I know AJ signed the contract and he wanted less time away, so it could be just a way for him to lose and for him to kind of write him off the show for a little bit.
Yeah.
And plus, Seth Rollins is carrying WWE right now, so
He's carrying SmackDown. I mean
He's
Raw.
Raw, yeah.
Carrying
So-
Raw. We'll give him that. Let's talk about the dynamic duo where we have on one hand we have the Raw Women's Championship match of Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans, and then we have Becky Lynch again.
he is doing double
versus
duty.
Charlotte. I think one of those matches will go on first. So
Yeah.
you heard it. Breaking news, in my opinion. One of those.
No,
matches
I
will go
agree. I
first.
So wait a
think
minute, there's
that
no women's tag team championship match?
No,
And it hasn't been
I
defended
don't
ever
think
since
so.
then?
I think there was rumors about it because I heard they might do one, but
See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
I feel like there's a joke going on that I don't
What the
know.
fuck's going on? What's so funny?
Nothing.
You can't lie, so go for it.
It's nothing about you.
Nothing.
Man. Swear to God, it's nothing about you.
Okay, fine. If it's not about me, I don't care. So, do we see Becky 2 belts retaining?
Yeah, I see her retaining.
Or do we see...
I see two scenarios.
I see one complete one where I see, and we haven't hit
Okay, Dr.
the
Strange.
Money in the Bank,
I
but
see multiple.
I see
Only one you.
whoever wins Money in the Bank cashing in
I agree.
and taking one of those belts.
Yeah,
don't know
I
which
agree
one,
that.
I
but
agree. Yeah, at this point, yeah, they have to take over one of them belts because
if not that, then I see Lacey winning
Yeah.
And I see Becky keeping SmackDown's title.
Yeah.
Actually, I see her retaining the Raw Championship.
Yeah, me too.
Her dropping it to Charlotte, and Charlotte losing it to Asuka.
That's a far-fetched one. Okay.
And then Money in the Bank winner, I see. I definitely see.
So, because what I see whoever wins Money in the Bank interrupting. I think the Charlotte Becky, Charlotte Becky match.
Yeah, so
that's what I see.
It could be
because I think whoever does it would capitalize on them beating each other up, and then
Alexa Bliss, which I hate, but I could see.
And let me tell you, when she did that shit last year, I was kind of happy, but then I was just like, damn, I like when Carmella held her.
Yeah, I did too.
I think the wild card who might do it, Mandy Rose.
Oh Lord.
But the thing is that she's not strong enough. Not just like, I mean, in ring she still needs a little work, but I think like her character's just not strong enough to be able to carry a title yet.
Okay.
I think she's not there yet. However, I do think that the wild card that we're not seeing on this
the wild card is Ember.
Or Sonya Deville. Sonya Deville attacking Mandy Rose and taking her spot in the Money in the Bank. Her winning the Money in the Bank. And her challenging the SmackDown.
So my two like questionable ones would definitely be either Ember, because I swear someone is listening to this damn podcast in WWE, because that little promo she did on SmackDown, her edges were fucking laced. Let me tell y'all.
Yeah, and they probably listening to us too, because we all.
Her fucking hair was straighter than a fucking baby's bottom hair. Like, bitch, I saw that shit.
Beautiful.
And it was like it wasn't even like a far, it was like a
I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, yo.
I was like, damn.
Somebody did
what
her hair?
is that they using today? Because her shit was laid. I was happy for her. Her and then honestly, Dana fucking Brooke. It's something about that situation that I don't know what it is.
Who she with?
I'm just like, she ain't been nobody that I know.
She with me.
She's been on the dude from the Knicks.
Oh,
she's dating someone new now?
Huh?
He's
dating someone new now?
He's in Portland.
He's in Portland. He's a cancer.
Yeah.
They still
I was like, wait a minute. Oh, really?
Where they're dating?
Yeah, they've been dating. Yeah, before he got departed from the Knicks, but
Dana is loved by the writing team. The creative team loves it.
And she goes hard, like low key. So her and Ember, for all intents and purposes, I feel like are those dark horses we need to watch.
Her going hard because she shows up, helps build the ring.
Granted, she's not the best speaker in the world, but you know, if they could put the belt on Natalya when she wasn't the best speaker in the world,
girl, she still isn't the best.
Right, but I mean, she, you know, when Lana has lit that fire in her on Total Divas, she was like, I gotta get this shit together.
Low key.
Like, Lana
I do miss Nia Jackson and Tamina being on screen. Like, I do miss that when it was dominating these chicks around here.
I miss Nia Jax. Plus size cutie.
No, I miss both of them.
President of Team Thickums.
Because I feel like how that.
Not Tamina though. I love Tamina.
Yeah, we know you do.
We miss you, Nia.
She like every gay Puerto Rican.
That's hilarious. All right, so real quick. Real quick, who would you see win Money in the Bank?
Calm down.
Men or women?
Common
both. So start off with women. Go.
Women.
No explanation. Just tell me a name.
Who do we see winning?
Ember
or Sonya Deville.
Okay, mine would be Ember or. I mean, I honestly would like
I have three. But I could also see Alexa Bliss winning it off of like some fuckery.
I would be low key tight because I still that last year live and in color, and I mean, I'm glad she took it around a little ass, but Jesus, I would have rather her hold it on a little bit. All right, so let's talk about the men's Money in the Bank. We have Ricochet, who once he touched that fucking Money in the Bank briefcase, I was totally done with my life. It's like fuck, because he was my winner. Drew McIntyre, Baron Corbin, Finn Balor, the Intercontinental Champion, Ali Andrade, Cien Almas, Sami fucking Zayn, who replaced Braun Strowman this week on Monday Night Raw, and the Viper, Randy Orton, who I have a new kind of found respect for, because so we watched the table for three with the wives and his wife, and I was
his wife is low key a ring rat. I'm sorry, she's a whole ring rat.
Well,
She a whole ring rat.
What's wrong with that?
She was following him around a madhouse
It's
show.
just randomly in Poughkeepsie.
Trying to.
Niggas was like,
Why you
hey.
hate on her for?
It's not hating. No,
I'm not hating.
I'm not knocking her. She gave him a baby. She's set for life.
She's married.
You
Yeah.
understand? She got a nice little ring. But if you watch it on the WWE Network, the Table for Three with Randy Orton's wife, Kurt Angle's wife, and Matt Hardy's wife, it's really good.
Yeah, it was
and I
pretty
didn't
good.
even know Randy Orton's wife was from New York.
Yeah, she's from Brooklyn.
She's from
She was
born in
straight
Brooklyn, raised in
Italian.
Queens.
No, she from Queens.
No, she born in Brooklyn.
No, she
raised
was born in
Queens.
Brooklyn, lived in Queens.
Lived in
and
Ozone Park.
no.
So just to kind of know, like,
No, because she said she lived in Brooklyn most of her life, then she moved to Queens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
but regardless, it's just some good tidbits of learning the other side of wrestlers. So the fact that she spoke about her,
Her English wife was so freaking
she
adorable.
was basic, though.
But she was so adorable, though,
basic,
because,
though.
like, their story was
Remy,
natural.
Like Remy carried the fucking episode. But
oh, yeah.
Who?
Matt Hardy's
Rebby,
wife.
Matt Hardy, yeah.
But it's just a really good episode to watch and kind of get an idea of the behind, on the
check it out.
family side of things, how things are. But Randy Orton, the way he proposed to his wife is how everything.
Yeah,
she
that
proposed
shit
to
was-
Big Shorty.
Let's see this. Let's see this.
Because shit was wild. Like took her to Bora Bora and
Yup.
fireworks and all.
Well, he got money.
I know, so I'm
I know,
saying, like,
so
he really
I'm
went
saying,
all out.
The
Niggas gotta
only
step their
fireworks
game
that a
up.
woman gonna get is Leo probably hiding underneath the pier. Leo light it off. Pew pew pew.
And you kind of try to kill Leo in the same breath. Like
I'm
what
not
the
gonna
fuck?
kill Leo. If I tell him directly what exactly
Do
what
you
to
not
do.
see him trying to light that fucking firework in the same direction of the fireworks?
Oh, yikes.
Snow said Orange Women got 4 sons. She got that good box.
Yo, and he welcomed in them children.
Hell yeah,
You know
he
what?
be calling them my son.
My sons. Yeah,
Yeah.
he claims
You know
all
what,
3 of
Leo?
them.
I could trust you with the fireworks though, right?
We gonna blow that shit up.
See what I mean? He's gonna blow
Yikes.
himself up. There you
You
go.
know what?
Anyway,
I'll ask
so
Nicholas.
who do we see winning? Who's gonna be Mr. Money in the
Two?
Bank this year?
So Andradas, cause
I'm sorry.
Andrade.
Andrade. Yeah.
I love it.
You know me, I'm African, so
What the fuck does it have to do
What
with
does
me?
that have to do with it?
Continue.
Andrade, because I feel like how that we need like a Puerto Rican, sorry, we need a Spanish representative. It's about time that we have somebody that represent that Spanish culture.
And you know how fire the promos are gonna be with Zelina's cocky ass?
Exactly.
Walking around with the
She
money in
walking
the
around with the
bank.
briefcase.
Exactly, you
She
know,
would be the one
they-
with
You
the
know,
briefcase.
Queens had.
You know,
Hog in the
like
building.
they could read like they could read paint and put like the Mexican flag on it.
I don't
you know,
think that's as far as we're gonna go, but
put picture of plantanos on there.
I don't think that's a way better.
Okay.
Yeah. They put a picture of someone abuela.
Holiday, Cinco de Mayo.
That's not.
Wow,
Mexican
that's definitely
holiday.
not their
Definitely not
holiday.
it.
No. So
See what you
him
said? Okay.
or second, Drew McIntyre,
Okay. What do you think? Mel?
because
can
that's
see
a man
that.
piece right there.
But I just don't. Drew doesn't need a briefcase
Nah,
to get a
I
title
don't think
shot.
so.
I
And
hate,
it's gonna
I hate when
devalue
they-
his character.
I hate when they put niggas in here that don't need the briefcase to actually get a title shot.
Yeah.
It's rather a waste of space.
it just developed. I mean, I could see him coming out like, oh, guess what? I got it. But at the same time, I think that because he comes in with this perspective, I'm here to retire complacency and this and that. How's he gonna look where he gets his title shot off of a Money in
and
the Bank cash in?
you know the moment this nigga cashes in, he's gonna win the title.
Yeah. So it's not. If anything, I think this would be a great time for Andrade to win it and to cash it and just build the character, like make him a true heel. But he's gonna be a lovable heel regardless. I also think, no lie, I do see Baron Corbin winning this somehow, some way.
You know
You know
I
what?
think
You know what?
It would be redemption for Baron Corbin because
Yeah.
he cashed in and lost.
I'm gonna say this.
He botched
I'm gonna
the
say
shit out of
this.
that.
I'm gonna say this from right now. Baron Corbin is the best heel in WWE. He took
Yeah,
the
actually,
place
He's
I'm
not
gonna-
the best, but he is pretty good.
because he's the best heel because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to boost my two together on the screen. He's good enough where like you don't get Xbox heat, but he get that Miz heat that like I hate this nigga type of heat. But yet you still watch him on the screen.
I don't kind of like
No,
Baron.
because
It's
no. You see, that's how people used to say about the Miz back in the day. They used to say like the majority of people hate him, and people like you like, oh, I like the Miz. You need
I like a good heel.
right. You need a Baron Corbin.
You do.
And the reason why that they keep him like Wade, because that's his biggest complaint.
He's like the annoying heel.
Yes, you need him.
So-
So with the Miz not being that annoying heel, you need someone to take that natural place.
So I think, and everyone knows I don't like this individual, but I think
You gonna say Dean's gonna come
Sami
out?
fucking Zayn is going to win Money in the Bank.
Oh, that would kind of suck because they would totally. It wouldn't make sense for his character though.
It would, because then he would make it seem like he doesn't need the briefcase, but he has it anyway.
Yeah, but then it's gonna.
It's a weird in between. I feel like with him.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird because the people are gonna be like, okay, so why'd you have it?
But then he could. I think the way that they're positioning Sami is in a way where he could be. He can honestly. He's the only person on this list that will hold this shit up until WrestleMania next year and cash in.
Quickly before we end, Ralph Reigns is from Philly.
Cool.
So they're advertising Extreme Rules at Philly.
Right.
Oh, boy.
In July.
So Baron Corbin already got a title match for a title shot at Extreme Rules.
Well, then there you go.
But-
That
And
goes
then he's
that.
gonna be fighting Seth. This might change, but what is being advertised is he's fighting Seth in a tables match
Wow.
at Extreme Rules.
Interesting.
Wow, so Baron Corbin might be your Universal Champion going into fucking SummerSlam. That's
The
very
wrestling world
interesting.
said everything. Corbin is everything a heel should be.
Correct.
And
I agree.
Speed,
All right. So once again, I do want to thank my lovely here to my right. I'm gonna actually give you 10 seconds.
Cool.
Shout out, plug, do whatever you need to do to let the viewers know at home where to find you and your tag team partner.
All right, so me and Gina, we are aka the Deadass Girls. You can find us on Twitter at Deadass Girls. Instagram is at Deadass Girls. You can hit us up on Facebook as well. You can listen to us on Google Podcasts, iTunes Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Podbean, and Anchor. And we just submitted our stuff to. And I just want to give a big ass shout out to the Deadass family. Thank you again for supporting us, and thank you to Java Tears for always extending the lovely welcome hand. Even though we got a little animosity.
They always got beef. Not with me though. Not with me.
Never.
Once again, my love, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You're always welcome to come back. As we did mention, once again, this Sunday, you can zoom the camera back to me, sir. Thank you so much, because it is still on my good old girl, dead ass girl over here. This Sunday, we will be at Legend, so please make sure to tune in on us. As I did mention in the beginning of the episode, you can listen on all of our listening platforms for our new theme song. So shout outs to Montezi. Thank you so much for giving us this. Hopefully, this is the first episode that we actually use the damn theme song to introduce the episode. But as always, I am Janelle from HR. With Sir Wilkins and Mr. Back and Leo in the background. We thank you guys as always for listening. #Black Excellence. #we're out.
It's the Jobbers Tears Podcast.